So I want to talk about today about why it's really, really important that you start to track your cash flow. You've probably been running your business, and I'm sure you've come across a situation where you're like, what has happened to all the money that I've made? So your sales are up, your accountant tells you your profit is up, but there's no money in the bank account. What is going on? So this is a really, really common problem that I see business owners having. It's the same issues I ran into when I was running my pharmacy-based businesses. And when you run out of cash, it makes it really, really difficult for you to obviously pay your suppliers, pay your team members, reinvest in your team, and also continue to grow your business. If you're looking at expanding your business, it also makes it really difficult to receive funding from your bank or whatever lender. Because if you can't prove that you can pay your loan, obviously you're not going to get the funding or the loan that you need. So it makes it really, really challenging to continue to run your business in a way that's going to provide for you and it's going to give you everything that you want from it. And ultimately, it's going to make it really, really hard for you to pay yourself. So one of the key steps in doing this is to understand the flow of cash through your business. And if you need to have a way of recording it, so you need to start tracking your cash flow, basically. And one of the most common mistakes that business owners make when it comes to tracking their cash flow is they really overcomplicate it. So tracking your cash flow is going to be as easy as you can make it. Otherwise, one, you're not going to do it. Two, it's not going to be meaningful for you. And three, you're just going to put it under the rug or the table because it takes too long. So realistically, tracking your cash flow should be done once a week in the most easiest format possible. So maybe it's going to be in a spreadsheet or some online way or somewhere really, really quick and easy that you can update it yourself. And I reiterate that point. If you're a business owner in the beginning, really important that you track it yourself rather than outsourcing it to some other person or a VA or something like that. Because you really want to get to understand the flow of cash through your business. The other common mistake is, we overcomplicate tracking our cash flow. So that means as business owners, sometimes we can spend too much time trying to over-categorize where things go in our spreadsheet, or if you're using a spreadsheet when we're recording our cash flow. It doesn't need to be that complicated. It's really important that we just get a version 1 and just, even in the beginning for the first few weeks, if you just start to aggregate your expenses, maybe keep them under one line like utilities rather than separating it down into, your energy, your gas, etc. And maybe you want to put suppliers, just put supplier 1, supplier 2. Perhaps you don't want to get too detailed in the beginning. But what we want to do is just start recording the cash that comes in, the cash that goes out, and know at the end of the week, and I recommend that you track your cash flow weekly, what does that figure look like? A lot of business owners overcomplicate things with this as well by trying to get too fancy with it. So just keep it really, really simple. Really, really simple. And how do you know if you're tracking your cash flow correctly? Well, your recording method, whether using a spreadsheet or what, it should marry up with your bank account. So what that means is your cash in and your cash out at the end of the week, your cash balance should, if you're doing it correctly, match what's in your actual bank account. And that's how you know you've done it right. So really, really, really important. So hope you found that useful. If you need some help with this stuff, just make sure you reach out to me. I would love it if you liked this video, shared it, put some comments below, and hopefully I've explained a little bit about why it's really important that you start to track your cash flow. I look forward to hearing from you.